Rhea Ripley is back. Is Liv Morgan ready? Bobby Roode getting a lot of praise backstage. And a lawyer confirms that Vince and Linda McMahon are indeed separated. This on the heels of Linda McMahon being named to Donald Trump's presidential cabinet. This is the Spandex Standups.
Yeah, dude, what a crazy time that all the wrestlers we watched growing up are politicians now. Kane being whatever he is, Linda on the cabinet.
Yeah, what's wild is that, Donald Trump, The Apprentice, Linda McMahon, WWE, Dr. Oz. This is
Dr. Oz.
This is who is, it's all become a reality show.
Yeah, yes.
What's next is, we're going to have Ty Pennington of Extreme Makeover Home Edition coming in and fixing the housing market.
I'm here for it.
He's going to be the head of the housing market.
Bear Grylls is going to be the on the Department of Homeland Security or something. I don't even know, man.
But we don't talk politics.
Yeah, we don't, because wrestling is our politics.
Great to see you.
Good to see you, man. Rocking my new swag from the Kentucky Comedy Fest.
How was it?
It was great, man.
Yeah.
Got to meet Greg Warren.
Gosh.
He's got another great podcast if you're out there searching for it, called The Consumers. So check that out. He did not pay us to say that. I just enjoy the podcast.
Do you know where he records that out of?
St. Louis, Missouri.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
They got a cool little set there.
Yeah, they do. He says people give him grief over his table. His table looks a little flimsy.
Okay.
But not like our sturdy beast we got
a
here.
sturdy table.
Yeah.
No one would ever talk about our table.
Before we get into it, man, I just want to, I like to keep up with the notes of my rewatches and all that stuff. I'm currently in 1997 WWE Raw, watching it, and I didn't realize that they're heading into the Montreal Screwjob. Shawn Michaels just won the #1 contender spot from The Undertaker when Kane debuted at Bad Blood. Mm-hmm. We've gone over this in the podcast. This is actually perfect timing because we have covered all of this. I just realized leading up to the Montreal Screwjob, no one was a face. People like Shawn Michaels got to do whatever he wanted to, so him and Triple H were technically considered heels. Mm-hmm. They were, wearing the face shields for Sergeant Slaughter because he was spitting them in the face. They were mooning Vince McMahon. And then you had Bret Hart in the midst of his anti-American pro-Canada heel run. So the main event picture was two heels.
Yeah, but they had a real anti-hero thing going on with the DX.
Yeah.
Where it was like, it's the same thing with Stone Cold, where it's like, would you call, when Stone Cold was feuding with Mr. McMahon, was he a...
Very true. Like, it's just heel? Funny, they didn't really have faces atop the company.
Right.
Like, even Rock, when he was a face, was kind of a jerk.
Right. It's had a real, anti-hero, real Tony Soprano thing going on, where, the bad guy's the good guy.
Yeah. I think that's why...
The bad guy's the good guy because everybody's bad, but this guy's...
He's the cooler
This
bad
guy's
guy.
Robin Hood.
Yeah.
He's the Robin Hood.
Okay. That makes sense, because I think that's why John Cena had such a short shelf life, is because he was a good guy.
Yeah.
So we're happy to cheer for a good guy again, but then we're all right, that's kind of boring.
Well, he was a good guy that was also manufactured.
Yeah.
We love John Cena. As you can see,
that's our dude.
We got him on the wall, but listen.
Finally got last season's Dark Side of the Ring on Hulu. I can't watch it when it comes on Vice. I don't have Vice. But
okay.
Hulu,
Did they just
posted this past season.
What topics do they cover?
Man, we talked about it when it first released in March, but the John Tenta episode. My goodness, man, just a stand-up human being. Died at 42.
I don't know the story.
Bladder cancer.
Wow.
He's just one of those guys, man. He always put his head down and did the right thing. He came with a legit background. He was a sumo wrestler turned pro wrestler, so he was that legit athlete they pushed. But unfortunately, wrong place, wrong time. He was fed to Hulk Hogan.
No.
So he was just that dude in doing the right thing, always doing what it was asked of him.
Yep.
He was the freaking shark in WCW. Hated that, but he knew it paid his bills. Mm-hmm. And just it just seemed like the industry never really caught on with him, and he just was one of the nicest human beings, and walked away from wrestling to be a family man, and
at least
was a trucker, and didn't go to the doctor in time, and didn't catch his cancer in time, and it killed him.
At least he got to spend some time with his fam. We love that. We love to hear that.
It just really shows you, man, these guys don't have a lot of options once they leave wrestling. Mm-hmm. Just like comedy. What are we doing after comedy?
I mean, you spend so much time, dedicating yourself to a craft. It
takes all your time.
Yeah.
Let's get into news up top. Like we said, Rhea Ripley back with a protective mask. A little dashing Cody Rhodes, little clear protector, That led us to officially getting a women's WarGames match. So today, stay tuned. Our main topic is going to be looking back at the first ever women's WarGames match down in old NXT. A lot of familiar faces that you'll see in today's in this year's women's WarGames. So we get it official. It is Rhea Ripley, Bianca, and Jade, Naomi, and Io Sky versus Liv, Raquel, Nia Jax, Candice LeRae, and Tiffy Time.
Yeah, a little random.
Yeah.
But, all the big names in the company really right now in the women's division, which is great.
Yeah.
And they all have different feuds with each other. They're all candidates for just big moments, just creating huge moments. So I'm really excited for this match. I think this match could steal the show, actually, in terms of all the spots that are possible with these.
Great point by saying this is the top girls, the top ladies on both brands right now. Mm-hmm. I love that there's no Charlotte, there's no Becky, there's no Mercedes,
no Ronda,
there's no Bailey, no Ronda.
Love talking about Ronda.
Yeah.
Ronda.
These women are carrying that torch and they're crushing it.
Mm-hmm.
And they deserve this.
Mm-hmm.
They deserve this moment, and I'm sure Bianca's going to have a spot. I'm sure Naomi's going to have a spot. It's going to be interesting to see which team they go with here. They make a case for either side winning,
Yeah.
As you'll see when we get to our main topic, the first women's match, they had a lot of dominoes fall into place by who they picked. So it's interesting to see, because I think they if they pick Team Rhea, they clearly show Rhea's going to get that rematch. She's probably going to unseat Liv, move on to the Raquel feud that we're all looking forward to.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they got a lot of possibilities here with who they win, who they let win.
Yeah.
Gangrel, fresh off his knee replacement. Oh, Gangrel got a new knee.
Good.
He's still rolling around in the indies, man. I think he plans on getting back out there once he can.
I'd love to see him do it.
I'd go watch Gangrel in the auditorium.
Yeah.
Or Armory, High school gym.
Who would you want him to go against?
Matt Riddle.
Yeah.
I was watching too much.
Where's Matt Riddle right now? He's still wrestling.
Yeah, he's in MLW right now. Okay. I think he's a champ in MLW. I don't know.
He thinks he's making a comeback to WWE.
I hope not.
Yeah, I wasn't really into RK Bro.
So I don't get it, man.
You're like, what? His whole thing.
I don't get the appeal. Like, and I'm a stoner bro. He's supposed to appeal to me.
Well, he was like a stoner bro / UFC.
That's the
martial art, karate.
It's the conflicting things, I think.
But he's also on a scooter. So, yeah, I agree. Very confusing.
Yeah. Like pick a lane, my guy, Yeah, like you said up top, man, Bobby Roode getting a lot of praise backstage. Seems like he stepped into the role of Michael Hayes' absence. Michael Hayes was his mentor backstage, so he's kind of been picking up the slack with Michael Hayes out for medical reasons, and by all accounts, crushing it.
I love to hear that, man, because I remember when they were trying to give him his final push in WWE. And by final push, it felt like his first push on the main roster.
If they would have done the glorious Bobby Roode thing right. They kept changing his name. They kept making him change his look. He had one of the best intros in the game at the time. Best
song, best intro, everything. He had a great run in NXT. So when he came to WWE, people were excited. But again, this was it was at a time where Vince
squashing him for no reason.
Didn't know what to do with anybody. Really didn't know what to do with anyone. Now now Triple H could turn Spike Dudley into Intercontinental Champion.
Very much so. I mean, Spike Dudley will forever have a place in my heart just out of the sheer bumps that dude used to take.
Yeah.
There's been stories circulating all around on podcasts of former wrestlers that he would go up to him and be like, yeah, man, dude, just throw me. And they'd be like, what? He's like, no, I don't really feel pain. I can take it. I'm fine.
Spike Dudley.
Yeah. You're
Legend.
like, what?
Yeah.
Dude's head would bounce off the concrete and he'd jump right up and be like, yeah. Dude's
oh my God.
Lunatic,
so many clips of Spike Dudley
almost
taking bumps, almost dying, missing a table that he was supposed to hit, like falling off a ladder. Like Spike Dudley took. Man,
dude,
I loved watching Monday Night Raw back in the day just to see like what was going to happen.
Who's going to get murdered tonight?
What was going to happen to Spike Dudley?
It's usually Spike Dudley. It's Spike Dudley or Al Snow or Canyon. Someone's going to get killed. Yeah, they really didn't. I'm right in the time of the rewatch of like the Nation of Domination and the Gang Wars, the Los Boricuas. Ken Shamrock just debuted. Stone Cold's just starting to rise to prominence.
Yeah,
the formation of DX, like.
It's a good time.
Great time.
It's a great time.
I'm loving every second of it. We got Peacock for a reason, guys. So like, if you got nothing, there's nothing on TV during the day, go back and watch some stuff. Breaking news, Evan. Lawyers do in fact confirm what we all have known forever. Linda and Vincent Kennedy McMahon are in fact separated.
Yeah, and I feel like we knew that, and
isn't Vince always seen with the girlfriends and stuff, like out and about?
Yeah, and again, when you're that rich and you're married to someone for that long, and you grow a business into a $1 billion business, divorces are so messy and complicated, and it messes, especially when you're a publicly traded company, it messes with the price stock, because again, this person, technically Linda, has claim to at the time a lot of Vince's shares, and so that there's only so much that they could have done
right
while Vince was
CEO,
in his controlling position. But now that he's not, I mean, these things can come out, and now that Linda McMahon has been nominated for Trump's cabinet. Or
I think so. Yeah, I think they got to go through some
or I don't know how it goes, but which again, she'll probably get it. She served on his cabinet before.
Yeah.
Linda McMahon. I don't know how to feel about it.
I'm trying to go the indifferent route.
Yeah, I'm going the indifferent route. It's funny.
Yeah.
Given some of the clips,
it's just weird to be a wrestling fan.
So she is education secretary, and again. These things are going to come up because, again, the education secretary should be setting an example, right?
I mean, Trump's the WWE Hall of Fame, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
So it's so weird to me.
Yeah,
that this thing that I love is in politics.
Yeah, I mean,
and I meant wrestling. I didn't mean anything else that I love.
Yeah, no, I mean it's a little crazy, but no, I mean it makes sense why this story's popping up now is because Linda McMahon's going to come under scrutiny.
Yeah.
Now that she's being nominated or appointed, whatever happens in politics for the education secretary or whatever, and so it is all interesting.
I hope more comes out. I hope more comes out that we should have gotten with that Netflix documentary.
Well, who keeps saying that they think Triple H's job is at risk?
I keep reading those headlines, man. It's ridiculous. Like,
I just don't see it.
No, he's doing. You don't fire someone when they're killing it. I mean, you do. I've seen it happen before, but he's killing it. Don't fire him.
No, he's doing a great job, and I mean, unless there is something that we don't know about Triple H,
I think
then.
If anything, the powers that be at TKO saw absolutely extraordinary. He handled the transfer and how out of the park he absolutely hit WrestleMania this year. I think he's in their good graces. I think people are just trying to write stupid stuff.
Yeah, I mean, WrestleMania, as well as navigating a lot of these weird deals that WWE has with Saudi Arabia,
Netflix,
Indianapolis. They're like, the whole, you got to recall in Minneapolis too. I mean, WrestleMania 41 was probably supposed to be happening in Minneapolis.
And I'm sure he did what he could to keep them happy while also getting it where it needed to be.
So, I mean, all of these long-term deals that they're securing both from a broadcast and live event perspective.
Yeah, I mean, he got him Netflix. UFC didn't get Netflix.
Netflix is, I mean, I know we talk about this just about every episode, but it's still hard for me to wrap my head around how massive Netflix
I just hope they get it together.
Is going to be.
That's what everyone's been
for about. Taking, WWE. Again, I know I said last week that it's going to take it international. WWE is already international. It's been international for decades.
But on a much bigger scale.
But it's actually going to make it so that I think we're all keeping up with the product in real time, at the same time, kind of in the same way. So, very exciting.
Yeah, dude. Another wrestler getting a new knee, Taz. Taz up for his new knee. All these guys we grew up with getting body parts replaced. I love it.
I might need a new knee here pretty soon.
Same, bro. Same. I'm grabbing my left knee as we speak. Yeah. Travis Scott's going to record the new Raw theme song when they go to Netflix. Triple H presented him with a belt, asked him to do it.
I don't get it.
All systems go.
I don't get it.
Not a Travis Scott fan?
I like a couple of songs.
Yeah.
I just think he is a individual, and without knowing him, he's just wild.
He's a massive wrestling fan.
I know.
He named his shoe Cactus Jack.
He's just a little wild and out of control.
I think that's what Triple H
and
likes
a little
about
spastic. And I'm just like, I mean, I personally don't understand these partnerships with like Sexy Red.
Oh yeah, I don't get that.
And I mean, and I understand Travis Scott
feels like a St. Louis thing.
Grammy nominated. Potentially, I don't know if he's won any Grammys, but I know that he's done the Super Bowl. He is a world-class performer. Right. You also got to remember some wild stuff went down at his concert.
Yeah,
which,
I mean, some people died.
I don't want to hold him to that and hang that over his head for
a lot of
entire life. But I also haven't
how he handled it.
I also haven't totally seen him. I haven't totally seen a massive shift in how he carries himself since then.
Well, so that's what he got scrutinized for. Is not that it happened; it's how that he handled it afterwards.
So again, I do like some of the choices WWE is making with the music, Cardi B and Bianca teaming up to
I want more Glorilla, WWE.
To announce SummerSlam, but let's see how it goes. I'm excited.
I'm keeping an open mind.
Travis Scott makes bangers. So
he's got a chance to make it a banger.
From a musical perspective, I like it. I just don't necessarily, I don't want it to be like Monday Night Football with Carrie Underwood
I hate those songs.
Or Sunday Night Football.
Every single time.
I'm always seeing Carrie Underwood, and it's every which I like Carrie Underwood actually.
I don't.
So I like it. No, I want to go on the record. Nope. Carrie Underwood.
She sucks.
I like you. I'm into you.
Nope.
Before he cheats, no for me, dog. One of the best country songs ever made. But I just don't want to see Travis Scott every Monday in the promo video. And I could see there being some deal where like Travis Scott's going to be like with a sledgehammer taking out his and I'm like,
I hope they do it in what they're doing now with like the stars. You know how like they have figures in like the stars? Maybe they'll do that. We don't have to see him, but we see the outline of him.
Yeah, we'll see.
Checking in with NXT, Stephanie Vaquer and Zarya advance in the Iron Survivor Women's Tournament, and Nathan Frazier advances in the men's.
Nice.
Chase U must disband after Ridge Holland becomes the number one contender, beating Andre Chase, effectively ending Chase U.
All good things must come to an end. I don't know if this is going to be the full end. But.
Didn't see Ridge Holland ending it. I thought Duke would turn on him or something. Didn't see Duke riding it out the whole time. The women's Iron Survivor is setting up to be a killer, though. Mm-hmm. If we get Stephanie Vaquer, Zarya, Julia's going to be in it. It's going to be amazing. Mm-hmm. What a unique match, too. I haven't watched a lot of them. I don't even think I quite grasped the entire match, but they've always entertained me.
Yeah.
If you get pinned, you got to go in the penalty box. Like most pins, I'm here for it. It's kind of like a single-person WarGames, almost.
Yeah.
So I know y'all are ready for us to move on from WarGames, but it's the season.
We're not.
Over on SmackDown, Bailey advances in the U.S. tournament. So how you feeling about the women's U.S. tournament so far? They released the
it's
bracket,
going to Naomi.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think Naomi's getting the first
I think Naomi's getting it.
They did wait to release the bracket till after she lost to Nia, so we didn't spoil that for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
They said that was, intentional.
Mm-hmm.
So the rest of the, Bailey won her match. We get Bianca versus Blair Davenport versus Chelsea Green. That's my pick still. I want Chelsea to win the U.S. title, but, and then in the other matches, we get Jade versus Michin versus Piper.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be a great match, but we already know who's going to win that one. And then we get Naomi versus Tiffany versus Elektra Lopez. I'm excited to see her get in the ring. She doesn't get to shine too much. So I'm glad they, didn't pull up an NXT girl or bring someone over from Raw. You're like, no, Elektra's on the SmackDown roster. Let's get her in.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it that we can see, Bailey, Naomi in the final. We can see Jade, Bianca in the final. Where do you see it going?
I think it's going to be Naomi and Jade or Bianca, right? Or wait, who's on that side?
I think it would be Jade and Naomi in the semis, and then they'd face Bianca or Bailey in the finals.
Well, I think the finals is going to end up being Naomi versus Bailey.
I think it is too, and I think we're going to see Naomi side with Jade and Bianca, because that just seems where it's headed. Mm-hmm. And I could see them all three being champs and just running things, which I'm here for. And then that would eventually be internal and they'd fall apart. But we got plenty of time for that. We don't need all these teams falling apart. Let's focus on New Day falling apart first, okay? And then we'll get to the rest of the teams.
I do love how Xavier said, man, is it true? Is it true that the New Day is dead and we just don't know it yet? I just love
the inner perspective,
it's great.
We're fine. Like, I know that they said we've been through a reality phase.
This might be the
era.
best.
This is the real
breakup
era
of a tag team we've ever seen.
I hope so.
Right now, I think we're in the middle of the way that the story's playing out.
I need
Big E's got to come back.
I need Big E to be involved at some.
He'll be back. Yeah.
The 10-year special show will be we'll see a lot of things unfold then. So.
Yeah.
LA Knight defeats Berto in a U.S. Open challenge. Love it. I love my open challenges. But the real story here is afterwards, a repackaged Shinsuke attacked Mr. Knight.
I don't like this new repackaged Shinsuke.
I don't like it.
I don't. I just let Shinsuke be Shinsuke.
Yeah.
Why do we turn him into a ninja?
Right. I did need a different Shinsuke. This isn't what I had in mind. And they did a ghost?
This feels like the same Shinsuke that was haunting Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, it's like haunting. What is it? You got ghosts.
It's just too it's too much of the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued to see how they make him a new person. What sets him apart as a new Shinsuke?
Yeah, what's fueling him?
Yeah. What's the motivations? How are they going to present him? So we'll see.
We'll back, Shinsuke, though. I mean, you've been done dirty too many times.
Way too many times.
Collect your paycheck, Shinsuke.
That dude's getting paid. What's up with Ciampa? Tommaso Ciampa snaps, costs the Street Profits their title shot.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to be getting us some Ciampa Gargano on the main roster, and we all want it. Give us a street fight. Give us a repeat of that Chicago street fight that we got. That was mind-blowing.
Yeah. I would like to see it lead to Ciampa getting a run with the U.S. title. Like, do the Goldie angle. Mm-hmm. That was my favorite story in NXT as far as, NXT champs that hadn't really lived up on the main roster. Is you got to put Blackheart, Tommaso Ciampa right up there.
Yeah, I mean, he'd be good to beat LA Knight, that's for sure.
Love those matches.
Yeah.
Then you could really, then you could start the gauntlet all over. Then you could have him go up against Carmelo. Then you could have him go up against Andrade.
Mm-hmm.
Shinsuke.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be your mid card on SmackDown. Let's refresh. Hit the little refresh button there.
Dang right.
Big storyline throughout on SmackDown of Roman and company looking for a fifth. Seth just refuses to sign up and be on board. But we all know that Bronson Reed is now part of the new Bloodline. He is their fifth man. Dude, got chills when Roman made the call.
To the wise man?
To the wise man, and his number was disconnected. Of course, that fueled the rumors online of that when the wise man does turn up, he will be beside The Rock.
Yeah. I mean, so let's talk about this real quick. I mean,
that's why I brought
the Royal Rumble. This Royal Rumble will be on Netflix.
Oh.
In most of the world.
Yeah.
Not in the United States.
But they still want to make a splash.
But in most of the world, the Royal Rumble is going to be on Netflix.
That's huge.
Given what we just saw with this Logan Paul, Mike Tyson fight.
Oh, God.
Right?
Yeah, so bad.
When you think about the excitement that comes to mind when people hear, yo, the Royal Rumble's tonight. The Royal Rumble. Oh, I remember the Royal Rumble. Oh, wait, and we can get it. It's on Peacock. Now it's on Netflix, right? Okay.
It's on Netflix, bro.
And guess what? How does WWE make the Royal Rumble as big as WrestleMania? Because it is going to be that first attempt that WWE has to be like, hey, we've now basically made ourselves available to every single home in the world.
Very much so.
What is the selling point? Does The Rock have a match? Do they do Rock Roman at the Rumble?
I love that. I've always
maybe set up for another a triple threat or another angle at WrestleMania. But I just feel like WrestleMania is not going to be that first big. No. We're on Netflix globally now. It's the Rumble. And the Rumble actually is almost more enticing, I think, for your casual fan to watch than WrestleMania.
Far, I mean, the year I've been a fan for 30 plus years, and I get more excited about the Royal Rumble every year than anything else.
I mean, again, if you're just a guy that barely watches wrestling but hear that it's on, you got to think about it. What are you more likely to get your girlfriend to watch with you? WrestleMania or the Royal Rumble? Because you got to think about the Tyson Paul fight. Rumble. The Tyson Paul fight, everyone watched it. Man, woman, so many people consumed that fight.
Yeah.
And it's because of, again, it was just this cultural.
It was a cultural
zeitgeist kind of moment. So with this Rumble, how do they, I don't know if you do Rock, Roman.
Give me Rock, Roman, and give me Cody, KO, Randy in a triple threat. Let those be the two headlines for Royal Rumble.
But that's not a big enough. That second match isn't. But I'm talking about what is money.
But I'm saying, that's how you get the fans. You get Rock, Roman for the casual person, and then for the diehard, you give us Cody, Roman, or Randy, KO. So you get both parties. You get the cultural mainstream, and then you got this is what I wanted. I've been on the ride with you. I've been here.
Because then you can really set up, if you are able to get The Rock wrestling at Royal Rumble, you really are setting up WrestleMania to then be epic, because you are probably going to get quite a few people that end up watching potentially.
Well, now they're hooked.
Both stories.
And they're going to go all out for Elimination Chamber.
Yeah. Because
we've forgotten about the big wild card in all this. The main event here. John Cena's retirement tour. So he's got to factor into some of these somehow.
Right.
I would love to see him get an Elimination Chamber win. I don't want him to win the Rumble, but I'd like to see him win the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah. He's not going to win the Royal Rumble.
I don't think any of the part-timers are winning the Rumble.
No.
I think it's going to be a payoff for Drew McIntyre or KO or someone's winning the Rumble that has been a workhorse.
Yeah.
I can see Seth Rollins winning the Rumble again.
Yeah.
Just so many ways they could go with it. I just don't think it's going to be a Rock, Brock Lesnar.
I think it ends up being Cena versus Gunther.
I'm good with that. I'd much rather have that than Goldberg.
Yeah, I think it's Cena, Gunther. I think could be Cody, Randy, KO in a triple threat, and then that puts KO over.
Yeah. Do we get the payoff with Cody, Roman, Rock?
No. I think you have to keep those stories separate right now. They're already separate. That you had Cody help Roman. That created all this conflict with his friends. Now he's off on his own story. You've got Roman who's building his family back. The Rock is about to return. These stories are now like effectively separated in a really good way.
Right.
So
in an
no,
organic way.
I don't think that I think that Cody versus The Rock is something that happens later.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that once this Rock Roman story is done and The Rock still feels like wrestling, Cody's a guy that Rock feels like he could still get in the ring with, and that's what they kind of, I think, set us up for. But I don't think Cody versus Rock is like an essential, it has to happen to keep a story that we've already like going. Like, no, I don't think it is. I think
we've successfully
it's part
shifted
of the final
our focus.
boss story for sure.
Oh yeah.
But it's not
it's not an immediate thing. They got a couple more checklists they got to hit.
Yeah.
Like we need the payoff with Cody and KO before and Roman and Rock before we have them come together again.
Yeah. So I mean, I think you have this big reveal at Survivor Series that Rock is working with New Bloodline.
And another one of those where we kind of see it coming, but if executed properly, it's completely okay with. Because it makes sense storyline wise. If you see it coming, but it makes sense, it's a whole nother
like
ballgame.
if Survivor Series ends with Roman getting the belt from The Rock, the way that Cody got the belt, just whoosh, whoosh.
Oh, that's what you meant. I thought you meant Rock giving him the People's Champ.
I'm talking about like Roman getting whipped.
Yeah, and then I want the Wise Man to come out.
And then again, I would love for coming in. I think the Rumble something. They're gonna have to have a massive match to sell the Rumble. I'm sorry, they just are.
No,
it's gonna have to be huge.
Very good points. Very good points.
Like you are gonna have to have a singles one-on-one match because the Rumble's huge in itself.
Yes.
John Cena in the Rumble is big in itself.
Yeah. And we don't know which women are coming back this year, too. So, like, Becky could come back. Charlotte could come back. Like, the women's Rumble is going to be massive this year.
But I do think you do Rock versus Roman at the Rumble. I think that is the best way to kick off this Netflix era. And then at WrestleMania, you could, I don't know if you do a rematch of it. You could include some other factors.
To see how it plans out. See how the Rumble plays out.
I don't think they're going to do it at the Rumble, but it'd be cool if they did.
Yeah. Moving over to Raw, we get Ray and Zelina. Ray's dad passed away, so crazy that he went out and wrestled. I guess they taped it. So
Rey Mysterio Sr.
To spend with his family. Ray and Zelina beat Gable and Ivy. Such a weird aftermatch thing. Like the Creed brothers came in and Gable's like, "What am I, a loser?" And they're like, "Whoa, where did this come from?"
Right.
And then they started slapping each other and like laughing at each other. So it didn't make sense to me, but at least they got some TV time.
Yeah.
With American Made. Still don't know why they're pitting the Americans versus the Mexicans here, but or the Latinos. I guess
classic. Just as tale as old as time in wrestling.
It's just so funny to me that the Patriots are the bad guys.
Yeah.
Finn's got to be up to something. Yeah. Finn's creeping around the Judgment Day, trying to put people in places, trying to egg on Dom into doing stupid stuff, trying to egg Liv into doing stuff, completely butting heads with Raquel, not even, just kind of brushing her off to the side. Him and JD seem to be on the same page, but completely disconnected from everyone else.
That's because there's no egos. No leaders. Everybody does their own thing. That's what we want in the Judgment Day.
Right. But Finn sees that and now he's trying to be the leader.
Well, someone's got to do it.
Yeah.
So,
what do you think of that thing floating around the internet if they want to see Finn, AJ, and Shinsuke form a little group on SmackDown?
Oh, I think that'd be great.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be ideal. I think it'd be good for all of them. I mean, AJ, we need AJ back.
Yeah. Man, who knows how long he's going to be out with that foot injury. Dom and Carlito got destroyed by the War Raiders. Set them up real good. War Raiders looking good, man. Mm-hmm. I like that they're not yelling at each other's everybody's face all the time. That's the one thing I couldn't get past with them. Where they'd like powerbomb someone and be like, ah!
Yeah.
Like, calm down, bro.
It's too much.
Yeah. Talk about getting gassed up, man. Gunther got gassed up by Ludwig and then got beat up by Damian Priest.
Yeah.
Nice little backstage segment with that. I guess they're kind of just really showing that Ludwig's going to kind of do his own thing. Because he interfered in the IC title match.
Yeah. And Gunther was like, dude, become your own man.
Yeah.
We'd love to see it.
I guess we're getting Kaiser in the mix with Braun Breaker and Sheamus. Weird little IC title picture, but I like it.
Yeah.
Why not?
Which that was a wild match.
Yeah. Sheamus, man, they beat the crap out of each other.
Yeah.
You can always count on Sheamus and whoever's in the ring will just beat the snot out of each other. Oh, slobber knocker.
Yep.
Oh, JR, man, he needs to retire. Nice little Dakota Kai video package. Really dedicating some time to her. I'm wondering if she's going to get a little successful run here.
I think so, now that she's back.
Really shining a light that Raw needs a secondary title, too.
Yeah.
We need an IC women's title.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the historic implications of being the first women's? Like how great that Intercontinental title is, being the first women's IC title champ.
I mean, even same with the U.S. title, but yeah, the IC title is just something.
Yeah, dude,
it's a classic
to me,
title.
it's just it's a step above the U.S. title to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because I guess for a while, even in WCW, they put the television title before the U.S. title. So, like, it wasn't even a secondary title sometimes, I felt like.
What do you think about Sheamus not ever having the IC title?
That's crazy. They straight up shot my man into the main event scene. No checking his temp or nothing. Like, world title. Which is great. Like, even Cena had the U.S. title run. Like an extended U.S. title run. So just the fact that Sheamus got stamped immediately, like that says a lot.
Yeah.
Good for him, man. Everyone on the internet's a buzz that Bo Dallas is transitioning into Bray Wyatt himself, looking just like
had
that
to
dude.
pause the TV and be like, whoa, that looks like some Bray Wyatt stuff happening right now.
Dude was dropping bars.
Yeah.
Too. I never wanted this.
Just like him.
I never wanted this. I'm sorry for what's about to happen. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yep.
Yes. I hope this brings. We need one of those feuds that just brings out the best in both. We need that just solid feud that shines the Wyatt Six and also elevates the Final Testament. And they can do it. I know they can do it. But it has to be a balanced feud. The Wyatt Six got to get a little up, and then the Final Testament got to get a little up. And I think that's where they're headed.
Yeah.
I adore this version of Miz.
Yeah.
That back and forth with him and Karrion Kross.
Yeah, I love to see Miz stepping up. Like
so well produced.
Yeah.
I know I brought it up before, but Jindrak had this devil on the shoulder manipulate everyone backstage character. And they just didn't pull it off right. Looks like they're leaning towards that duo with Karrion Kross and Miz.
Yep.
Just causing havoc backstage. I want to see them next week getting in Xavier's ear again.
Yeah.
You know, like be that devil backstage just causing chaos. And the Wyatt Six shutting it down. So I'm very excited about this feud. This is probably, outside of what Seth is going to do with the Bloodline, this is my favorite thing going on Raw. Immediately. And they hadn't even started yet.
Right.
I can't wait. Everyone that's involved with the Wyatt Six is almost giddy with what they have planned for them. So I talk about Royal Rumble, WrestleMania. You got to think they involve heavily in it.
Yeah. I mean, the Wyatt Six will be a massive moment at the Royal Rumble when one of them comes out. I mean, that's a huge pop. So, yeah, you're definitely...
Uncle Howdy himself comes out. They're going to lose their mind.
You're factoring that in for sure.
Yeah. Seth loses to Bronson via Bloodline. He's got to sign up. You know, he's going to sign up. We know he's going to sign up.
You don't have a choice anymore, Seth.
Yeah. So, it's intriguing.
Don't fight the inevitable.
The 2 WarGames matches this year... I'm hyped for. The women's matches, like you said, could steal the show. The men's match is what we've been waiting for 4 years. We finally get the Bloodline Civil War. We all hope that The Rock comes out. We all hope we finally get the answer of who has been behind Solo Sikoa and this rendition. We love to see Jacob Fatu's going to sacrifice himself some way, shape, or form to save Solo. He tweets every day how much he loves that dude.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yep.
Can't wait for a WarGames match.
It's going to be great.
So that's our weekly roundup. Thank you to Project Nerd for sponsoring it. Go check out Evan Burke Comedy. Go check out Drew Harrison Comedy. We appreciate you watching. We'll see you next time.